Doing, boys and girls? Sorry the video's a little bit late. We decided to stay for a few pints after the game. However, let's get into the very in-depth match. Where's it gone? Where's it? Game's gone. Let me tell you, when this man has a serious claim to take Emi Martinez's spot. All right, I don't know what's going on. Obviously, Emi started today, right? But for some reason he didn't play the game. Okay, this is the third time in a row this has happened in a game that hasn't been in the Prem. So for me, I think he's throwing his toys out the Prem a little bit. Apparently he had an illness before the game, which is fair enough. If you can't play the game, don't play. But you know, the excuses are adding up a little bit here. You know, it's getting a little bit like, do you want to be at the club where every fan loves you? Or do you want to be displaced by Bizot, who, by the way, man of the match, absolute class, kept us in the game. Mate, he could seriously displace Emi. This man, I'm not even joking, greatest Villa player of all time. I don't think there's ever been a player that has been this consistently good throughout his entire career here. He's been here almost 8 years now. Absolute class player. Alright? Every fan at the club loves this man. He's a Villa legend. I said before the game, Emi is on great form. The fact that Elliot's at the club is pushing him to new limits. And, you know, I was right again. Alright, because for some reason, he just got the ball and just curled it in. Absolute worldie. Emi, you've been at the club for 5 years. Where's this come from? To talk a little bit about Rodgers though. I know he got an assist in the Prem, but it just wasn't working for him today. It just wasn't going right. And then you see him with, you know, the final players trying to scrap him, and they're just pressuring him for the ball. You know, there was no need to get that yellow. He's losing his head a little bit. I think, you know, the fact that he's not playing well is going to his head, and he's losing his head in games because he knows he's not playing well. And, you know, the fans just have to relax a little bit. Obviously, he's not playing well, but we just need to give him a bit of time. However, I don't think that we should be starting him no matter what, alright? Because he was poor tonight. He was poor tonight. Another big win for Lindelof Nation. 0 goals conceded in his entire Villa career. You know, it's not even a joke anymore. It's a great signing. I'm not even taking the piss anymore. Great signing.